Hi guys! I am out and I'm hoping my kids hurry up. They're supposed to be helping do the barn chores this fine Sunday morning. We're a little bit late moving. I had trouble falling asleep last night and then I overslept this morning. So, out just trying to let the birds out and get started on our day. And then we will be, as soon as we get all the animals fed, we'll be heading out. I've got to get the flatbed trailer hooked onto the truck because I have to go to Lowe's to pick up some lumber. So I have to get to Lowe's because I've got a load of what's called cull lumber that I'm picking up. Cull lumber is whenever they go through the racks and they cull out any warped boards that are just not as nice. You can actually find a lot of really usable lumber very inexpensively. I think retail on the pallet that I'm getting was almost $500 and I'm getting it for 40 bucks. So yeah, that should give me everything I need to finish my raised beds as well as some other projects that I want to get done. So I'm going to get on with this barn chores because all these chickens are wondering where their breakfast is. Hi girls! How's everybody this fine morning? Oh, I have got to redesign these nesting boxes. Hi! Hi! Everybody slow moving this morning? Huh? Was there a chicken in the feed room? Well, go put her back over there where the coop is.
Stuck.
Silly, silly bird. Hi, ducks. Oh, babies. Babies. Oh, I forgot to get your mama's dinner. Uh-oh. Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama. Hi, babies. Look how big they're getting. Oh, my goodness. What? Do what? Are you pretending that the chicken is the Lion King?
Yes.
You are silly. Now it's a loose chicken. Hi, babies. Hi, Betty. Hi, Betty with the babies. Here the babies. Hi, babies. What? Betty has really noisy babies. Oh my goodness. You're so cute. All right, let me go get you some dinner. Hang on. All right, there is the culprit of how they got loose. Last night we got home from our county meat goat association meeting, and Samson and Smarshmallow were standing next to the gate to the goat paddock. It was dark out, had no idea, and I wasn't going to walk to the barn and drag them back to the barn in the dark to just figure out how they got loose. So I just threw them back in the paddock for the night, and I'm not sure which kid was the one that latched the gate, but they did not latch it properly. They just latched one end of the chain to the other, and plenty of space for silly goats to get loose. Alright, I got the trailer hooked up. We're heading out. Gonna run up to the lumber store, pick up our discounted lumber. Wait, I can make raised beds and a couple of other things. Let's go. pulled out on it, on the sleeve. I'm not much of a sewer, but we're gonna see what we can get done. Okay, being the cloudy, dreary, snowy, freezing cold day that it is, we're going to have bean soup. So there's leftover ham in here that I had in the freezer as well as the bones, so I'm cooking it down. Celery, peppers, onion, garlic, bay leaf, pepper, and then just a couple dashes of crushed red pepper flake. And then I've got red beans as well as northern beans in here, and I may throw a can of black beans in here. And I'm also going to throw in some homegrown carrots, and we'll let this simmer on the stove. It's actually right around noon, so this will just sit here and simmer until dinner time. And then I'll show you guys next is how I make a gluten-free, corn-free mock cornbread that's delicious, and we'll have that to go with this. It's going to make a really nice, yummy, in your tummy meal. And I love my Dutch oven. This cast iron enamel coated Dutch oven. I love this thing. It works awesome. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and get started on the corn-free cornbread or skillet cornbread. This is, and I'm going to forget the author, and I'm so sorry, of the book. It's a Celebrations cookbook. I'll put a link in the description below for the book that I got this recipe from. But let me go ahead and get you guys started. We're going to preheat the oven to 350. Next, we're going to take our 9-inch cast iron skillet and put it on, we've got it on medium-low heat, and we're going to put about 1/4 of a cup of ghee in here. You can also use palm shortening is the other one that's listed on the recipe, and we're just going to let this melt and for the skillet to stay warm. Then we're going to head on over here. I'm going to show you all the rest of it. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and get started on the corn-free cornbread or skillet cornbread. This is, and I'm going to forget the author, and I'm so sorry, of the book. It's a Celebrations cookbook. I'll put a link in the description below for the book that I got this recipe from. But let me go ahead and get you guys started. So, a mixing bowl, a hand mixer. Then the recipe is 3/4 of a cup of unsweetened almond milk. We're going to put that in our bowl first. Then we're going to add to that a teaspoon of raw apple cider vinegar. And I buy it in a big jug. We're also going to add a 1/4 of a cup of raw honey. So here's our 1/4 cup. My honey's starting to get a little sugared. I'm going to have to put it on the stove, I guess, and heat it up in a little kettle of water. I'll have to show you guys how I do that. Now that's not going to work. Okay. We're going to add that. Now we're just going to mix this on low for just a minute. Now we're going to add 5 eggs, but we're going to add them one at a time. Got honey on my hands. All right. our dry ingredients. And the recipe actually says you add the almond flour, coconut flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, and mix it until combined. Then pour it into the, so we're just going to add, I always like to add my baking soda and my baking powder first. And those are a teaspoon of grain-free baking powder and a half a teaspoon of baking soda. And I always add those to the wet, mix it just a little bit. I don't know, it's just the way I do it. To make sure they're incorporated well. You could sift it together with the flours as well. So sea salt, I'm using Himalayan salt. I don't really think it makes that big of a difference. Then we're going to add our 2 1/4 cups, it says blanched almond flour. I have a fine ground almond flour and it works really well for this. So 1, 2, and 1/4. And we're also adding 1/4 cup of coconut flour. Save my eggshells for my chickens. Alright, and then we're going to head on over and we're going to put it in the hot skillet with the ghee. So let's head on over there. And there's the batter. So it's kind of cake mix consistency. So we've just got the ghee coating the bottom of the pan. That's nice and hot on the stove. You can hear it kind of sizzle. And then we're going to put this in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes or until golden brown on top and a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. Now, with any recipe, and ovens may vary, I always say, just keep an eye on it. I check mine a few minutes early just to make sure. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this in the oven and then we'll check back with you guys in just a few. All right, and here we go. That's kind of funny. It looks like it's got a face. All right, let's get this over here. Get a toothpick. So I can figure out where the toothpicks are because they're not where they're supposed to be.
What's in here?
All right, I don't know why, but my toothpicks are missing.
I know where the toothpicks are.
Okay. All right, Gabe's gonna check it for us. All right, does it come out clean? Show the camera.
Okay, test. 3, 2, 1.
Ta-da! It is done. Doesn't it look good?
No,
All right, go ahead and cut it.
You're cutting the smile face.
Okay, now cut it in fourths.
Now for the hardest part.
It's not hard. Go back. There you go.
Insane. Now for the other side.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Ta-da!
All right, there we go. We got ham and bean soup with some skillet cornbread going on. Yum. How's dinner? Good?
Hot.
Hot. Is that perfect for this nasty, wet, cold,
Weather.
yucky day? Terrible, no good, horrible, rotten, bad, rainy day. Rainy, sleety, freezing rain. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and have our supper. I want to thank you guys for joining us once again today. As always, please hit that like and subscribe button and comment down below. We really appreciate it and enjoy hearing from you. There's my photo bomber. You guys have a good one.